welcome to Mamos TV. Your presenter, Nene Toure. I think it's an emotional day now, as we're here in less than 10-15 minutes. We will be linking up with Senegal for the inauguration of President-elect Adama Barrow after 22 years of dictatorship in the Gambia. I have with me in the studio Ndeye Jabate. I did an earlier presentation of her, but I think now I'll let them present themselves. And I have also Lisa Lian. Maimuna and Turin are still here, and they'll be joining us a little bit later as well. So we'll be rotating since the program is long and a lot of areas have to be covered. You're watching Mamos TV live on Facebook, and don't forget to share the link so that as many people can join us to celebrate the inauguration of Adama Barrow in the Gambia, well, or rather in Senegal. Ndeye and Lisa Lian, welcome to Mamos TV.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ndeye, can you just quickly present yourself? A little bit background.
Yeah, I'm Ndeye Jabate, a feminist, and a gender activist, yeah, and a political activist.
Yes. And what have you been doing? A little bit about how you've been working with the coalition.
We've been working, actually, we started with the ISA2 campaign, and we were trying to do the campaign to sell her and brand her, and then make sure that we control the narratives. And yeah, with the coalition, we work to control the narratives, to make sure that information is out there, to make sure that it's said the way we want it. And not only that, we are telling the stories, we're speaking for ourselves. So the whole idea around the social media and controlling the narrative is speaking for ourselves. So these are things we've been engaged on as well.
That's good. Lisa Lian.
Yes, I'm a social anthropologist and a researcher, and I've been doing different kinds of research on gangs in Oslo, but also on FGM. And I was traveling up to Bassa on a Drop the Knife conference together with Aissa Touré, who's in the coalition. And that was very interesting to see the way she works. And then I've been coming to Gambia several times and seeing the country, and been impressed with the people of Gambia, their state of mind, the way they have managed to deal with the troubles that they have had for several years. So congratulations, Gambia.
Thank you. Lisa, in less than the next couple of minutes, we're going to see that a new president is elected in the Gambia, President-elect Barrow. How would you define this moment in the history of the Gambia?
No, it's a very, very good moment, because you have to give out new cards. You start with all the new cards, and that's a very, very, very good thing, because there is so much hope, and it's now at last democracy. But you have to do, one thing you have to do when you start like this, it's like having bought a new house. You have to go around the house to see what's missing there, what's wrong there, is it something wrong with the structure? And Jama has made a structure, and maybe the structure is not so good. He has a structure, but the structure seems to be oriented towards himself. And he's been tapping the country from resources. So you have to go and see what's in the structure, what kind of economic background is there in this house. Can you improve things? What can you do? Can you make a castle out of it? Or what can you do? And you have to start from the bottom. So you have to analyze it like a kind of a house. And those who's going to do this, the coalition, they have to find out who they are. They must make a platform. They must make a platform. They must find out what kind of values do they have. What kind of dreams and hopes do they have. And they will have to communicate this out to the Gambian people, and just to give out what they want and what are expected from them. I think this is a very educational kind of time where the coalition has to learn a lot about themselves, about the country, the way it has been structured by Jammeh, and they need people to help them to see. So they have to get in some helpers, some experts, to some engineers, so they can make a new structure.
Yes. So the whole, what you're basically saying, the whole political, economic, and institutional framework of the Gambia has to be drawn again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you don't really think that there can be any lessons that can be learned at all from the previous regimes, either the PPP or something, so there's nothing to build on?
Of course there must be something to build on. They have to, that's the reason why they have to map up what is there. You have your ministries, the country has functioned so far.
But has it?
Well, it has functioned, but it hasn't functioned good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Gambia is one of the poorest countries in Africa. It's very poor, very little education. Young men in the 30 is almost 30-40% of illiteracy among men, and that's a lot.
Even women, what about women?
More than 50.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So it's so much to do. So this coalition, and you have to give them time. It's like when you get new ministers here in Norway, they usually say, some say, oh, I need 100 days in order to learn what is here, because it's like I don't know anything. I mean, so that is the thing with the Gambian coalition. Now they have to find out where do they stand, what is and they have to collaborate. They have to make sure that they don't start bickering and quarreling with each other the first thing they do, because they have to stand together and they have to make the platform. The platform is the first thing they have to do.
Absolutely. Nay, do you want to expand on what the job of the coalition would be in this transition period? We know that it's only 3 years, so she's saying that it has to be mapped out. Proper institutions have to be put in place.
Yeah. I think, like Ingedisa has said, it is a historic day. For 22 years, Gambians has been oppressed and suppressed by a leader who is a tyrant. And that also is not even the only issue. For 22 years as well, Gambians have been marching into